Welcome to Drip Made Easy. I'm Matt. In this episode, I'll show you how easy it is to install and water your newly planted trees and shrubs with drip irrigation. In order to keep your new trees and shrubs healthy and green, the Orbit Complete Tree and Shrub Watering Kit is the only way to go. It saves money by reducing water use. It saves time by eliminating hand watering. And of course, it encourages healthy and lush growth. Let's take a look at your kit. Included with your kit, you will find soaker rings that will water directly to the root ball of each plant, soaker ring valves so you can adjust the watering rate for each tree and shrub, 2 end caps that seal the ends of the half-inch tubing, stakes to hold the half-inch and soaker ring tubing in place, a 3-in-1 faucet adapter that contains a filter, a pressure regulator, and a half-inch tubing adapter. 1/4-inch and half-inch distribution tubing is also supplied, as well as large and small tees for that tubing. And finally, a tubing cutter and a hole punch tool comes with the kit. To install your new Complete Tree and Shrub Watering Kit, let's begin by connecting the half-inch distribution tubing to the 3-in-1 faucet adapter. As you can see, the adapter has a stainless ring that grabs a hold of the outside of the tubing. About 1 inch of the tubing needs to be inserted into the fitting. Now, attach the 3-in-1 adapter directly to the faucet or to a garden hose. For added convenience, purchase an Orbit 3-outlet timer to automatically water your trees and shrubs. This timer is available at your nearest Costco warehouse store. Now, uncoil the tubing until you reach the area of your trees and shrubs. You may need to use the provided T to split the water line in 2 directions. Be certain to run the tubing close to the trees and shrubs you want to water. Use the supplied half-inch loop stakes to hold the tubing in place. When you reach the last tree or shrub, cut the tubing and simply install the end cap. Now let's install the soaker rings. If you look closely at the soaker tube, you'll see small punch marks along one side of the tubing. Before you wrap the tubing around the trunk and connect it to the T, ensure that the holes are pointing in the correct direction. Be careful, because you won't be able to make this adjustment when both ends are attached to the T. For trees and large shrubs, ensure that the holes will be facing outward and slightly down. For small shrubs and plants, point the holes inward and slightly down. This will ensure that the water will seep directly to the roots of the plants. The next step is to connect the soaker ring to the half-inch distribution tubing. Take your punch tool and punch a hole on the side of the half-inch tubing facing the tree or shrub and insert the valve. Close the valve by rotating the knob clockwise until it stops. Next, roughly measure the distance from the valve to the soaker ring and cut your 1/4-inch tubing to that size. Now connect the valve to the soaker ring with the newly cut piece of 1/4-inch tubing. Included in the kit are small loop stakes. Use one of these to hold the ring in place. Now simply repeat the steps for your remaining trees and shrubs. Once all the soaker rings have been attached, the system will need to be flushed. Remove the end caps and turn on the faucet. Let it run for approximately 30 seconds and then reinstall the end caps. To begin watering, each of the valves needs to be preset. Go to each valve and rotate the knob about a 1/3 turn counterclockwise. Now turn on the water. After turning the handle of the faucet 1 full turn, walk to the furthest soaker ring and you'll probably have to wait about 90 seconds or so for the water to completely fill the lines. Now lift the ring to ensure the water is coming out. If very little water is coming out, continue to open the faucet at half-turn increments until the water is flowing out of each ring. Now you're ready to adjust the water flow to each plant. For small shrubs, turn the knob so that water just trickles out of the ring. For trees and large plants, turn the knob so that water streams from the ring. It's important to note that since each tree or shrub requires different amounts of water, you should probably contact your county extension office or local nursery for that specific information. Once you've properly adjusted all your valves, your complete tree and shrub watering system is ready to use. Until next time, keep it green.